What's up, people? This is William Jones making videos about leaving religion. The purpose of the videos is to get you to think. Turn your brains on and think. And use logic and use reason and realize that religion is fake. It's fake. Alright, and the time of the shooting of this video is December 31st, 2020. New Year's Eve. And 2020 has been one heck of a ride. I mean, it's just been a mixing pot of drama. For real. But it's over. And if you're seeing this video, you survived it. For real. So it's been a year. And, I'm doing this video because it's gonna be the last one for this year. I didn't do many because the elections was going on, football, so much was going on. I was sidetracked from doing videos, so that's just how that went. But I'm trying to get back into it and maybe change the format a little bit. But I don't even know what I'm talking about on this video. I'm just talking. I read the comments of some of you, things y'all say, and the good and the bad, and I just get on the camera and I try to just be me. That's all I do. Just talk and be me. I like to keep things, logical. So especially when we talk about the whole thing with religion. And when it comes to religion, logic and reason have no place in religion. They dissolve religion. Religion needs people that don't think in order to believe this stuff, not question it, and just go with it. So that's how that goes. But you're trained in it from most of us, a lot of us from birth. You've been trained. You were taken to church. You was christened. Yeah, you probably don't remember it. You was going to church every Sunday with your family, and it was instilled into you. The nativity and Christmas and Easter and just all the God and Jesus things, the Noah's Ark story, and Moses and Father Abraham had many sons, and many sons had Father Abraham. It's been drilled into you. I went to a Christian camp when I was young, about maybe 9 to 10, 11. I went about 2-3 years. It was a summer camp called Camp Good News in Gainesville, Georgia. So, and when I first started going to this camp, it was a Christian camp. I was the only black kid at this camp. I was the only black kid at the camp. But I had fun, I think my god sister and my god brother, they came later. And me and her are 2 days apart. Our birthday's 2 days apart, so they joined that. But their mother, my godmother, was a minister, so she went around speaking at different churches. And since her and my mother were best friends, my mother would introduce her before she'd speak. But before my mother would introduce her, me and my god sister had to sing, what's that song? Jesus loves the little children, all the little children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, they are perfect in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. And we'd have to sit over there, and this is back in, if we did that about 9, you talking around about 1980, 81, 82. And probably from 79 to 80, 83, I say. We had no microphone, no wireless mics and all that. And everybody couldn't just be touching the mic. You just sat in the little country, rinky-dink country church. Back way, you had to drive back a dirt road to get to the church. Church made out of cinder blocks. Everybody got the Martin Luther King, JFK, Robert Kennedy fans or some funeral home because, AC. And, and I'm just, this old school church, deep south, that's in Florida. We would go to, what was it called? Hawthorne, Georgia. And places like that, just out there speaking. She'd be out there speaking, and we had to do that. Then my mom cut until we stopped. Then she introduced my godmother speak, and then we go eat cake and everything else. You know how it was. So, but you're raised in this type of thing, so it's the norm to you. It's gradual and it's the norm. Now, when we see certain situations, you're like, how in the world did that happen? A lot of things do not happen overnight. They happen gradual. That woman that's staying in an abusive relationship, most cases I'm gonna say it just didn't happen. I mean, the dude they just didn't get together and dude just start smacking her. He smacked her one time, apologized for it. I ain't gonna do it no more. And time go on and he smack her again. And after a while he's smacking her on a regular and she ain't going nowhere because she just don't make him mad or he gonna smack me. That's the new norm. And anybody from the outside looking at it is like, that's crazy. Why don't you just leave? But their mind has been conditioned to accept this gradually as their norm. That religion is a norm for people. They bring it in and it's the norm. So, watch this. Let me make sure I can keep track of what I'm saying here. Tell a quick story. I got a friend of mine, and we worked together at a printing company back in 2000, from about 2006 to 2008, and everybody got laid off. And I did a whole song about it. Actually, it's on YouTube. It's called "Take No Thought" by B Love the Prophet. And that job, okay, we boom. So we still kept in touch though. We still, text and call, check on each other and whatnot. So some years later, that's when he hit me up like, yo, you want to get back in printing? Because I had left printing for about 2 years. And I was like, yeah, he put me on, you're over at this printing place and they need a pressman and you know how to run that press, blah, 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 whoop, whoop, blah, blah. And so, boom, I got the job. So we worked together again, but we did 2 different shifts, but we always talked on the, switching shifts and on the phone, text, all that, well. So when I had my surgery in 2019, right, he had also left because he had a surgery, couldn't find out he had clots in his lungs and he needed lung transplant. And Emory and them didn't want to give it to him because of his age, and he's a little older than me, about 11 years older than me, and his heart might not could take it because you got to also survive the surgery in order to get the transplant. So, it's all in the air. So anyway, so I text him the other day, and to check on him, like always, what's up, man? What's up? How you doing? And I was driving, and boom, I look, he calling me. I'm like, oh, I guess he didn't feel like texting because he must have some stuff. When you got some stuff to talk about, you stop all that texting and you go ahead and pick up the phone and let's go ahead and knock this out right quick or whatever, blah, blah, blah. We do that, right? So he calls me, I see he called me, I answer the call. I'm like, yo, Chucky, what's up, man? And it was his wife, said, hey, this is his wife. And if I'm answering the phone, it's not good. So I'm like, yo, so what's up? And she was like, oh, he passed away. And I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah, he passed away, And I get it though, because he was tired, just trying to breathe. You got to just be trying to breathe. That's a task in itself. So, I mean, when you had all these surgeries, been in the hospital, you get it. I understand the give up. I'm tired of this, just to give up. If you ain't been through that, you just fight for your life so you can get back in this game and come out here and pay these bills and work for somebody else, make them rich, etc. So, it's just different perspectives of life. As you get older, things change, right? So the whole point of that, me telling y'all all of that was to say this. So as his wife, I never spoke to his wife. I've known this man since 2006, and I know about his wife. I know about his daughter, but I never met her. I did meet her one time. We went for a boxing match, or I had to be boxing. Sometimes people get together like that. When somebody get the pay-per-view and it was a boxing. I remember that now. I met her one time, okay, but if she walked past me right now, I wouldn't know her. Anyway, she's talking to me saying, yeah, we kept his phone on so that when people text him or call him, we can go ahead and inform them that he passed away. I'm like, oh, okay, I get you. And so she was like, yeah, he spoke well of you, and you was one of the ones he really loved and stuff. I was like, I was like, I get it, because when I did my CD at the first printing company, he would I had already done it, but he would just buy them from me. He would send them to California. You know what I'm saying? He sent them to people in Texas. He sent them to people somewhere in Nebraska somewhere. He was sending them CDs everywhere. He would just come buy them from me and just send them all over the place. So, but as she was talking to me, and she was like, well, and God this and God that, and how he looks out for us. And I'm like, yeah. Because I'm not going to sit here when her husband just died and be like, man, God ain't real. Come on, man, give up this Christianity thing. This ain't it. That's not the time or place. And she's older than me, and at this point, change for what? Really change for what? They're not going to give up the Jesus thing. At this point in their life, change for what? We're not going back to no Black Panther years. They're going to ride the Jesus thing out. They cool with it. So I just let her talk. I ain't say nothing about a God, but I just didn't disagree with her. And I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, I feel, yeah, I hear you, and God got it, and God in control, and God this, and I'm just like, wow, this is stuff we got to deal with. This is what we have to deal with. Why? Because like I was saying, she's been conditioned her whole life to believe in the God thing. She's been conditioned her whole life, and ain't no changing at this point. That cement is hard. Ain't no breaking it in. That's done. So those that do get out of religion are special. People that's not in it, they don't understand. Like I had a guy, he was like, I don't get it. The whole stories that you said, they sound stupid. A virgin woman having a child, and he had never been in religion, so it really sounded stupid. It wasn't like he really, like knew about it. It was like, didn't know about it, didn't care about it. And when I was telling him about it, he's laughing like, people really believe this? Dude, do you not see churches on every other block? Yes, they believe this. And make billions of dollars off of the people that believe this. Because they've been conditioned to accept this as the norm. I know, like I was talking about how, as a man, I'm just saying, the time period I grew up in hip hop, and we had the hip hop was just coming up. We had the 2 Live Crew. That's when he was Luke Skywalker. He wasn't Uncle Luke. He was Luke Skywalker. And the 2 Live Crew until he got sued by George Lucas and had to drop the Luke Skywalker, and he became just Luke or Uncle Luke. But it was Luke Skywalker and 2 Live Crew and Move Something and all that stuff. And the album covers and the single covers just got girls in bikinis with huge butts. And that's all they was talking about is butts. That's all you hear about, and you listen to the music, and that's all they talk about is but you got a whole song called Doing the Butt. The way she shook that boot tag sure looked good to me. This stuff was drilled in us back then. They was just talking about that. A lot of them. From LL Cool J, probably like Biz Markie, Big Daddy, Kane, you know what I'm saying? And he was just talking about it like, well, your boy, what's the song? The Here We Go, Here We Go. And what he say to the girl? I can't remember what he said with that thing. What did he say with that? It was for all that ass that she toted around and offered a backpack. So it's always about that. And Ice Cube on his America's Most Wanted with the You Can't Fade Me. You talking about how big the girl. It's like that. All they talked about was girls' butts, so we was obsessed with how big a girl's butt is. Wherein you look at today on social media, so all they doing is twerking and showing butts. We've been preconditioned for this. So now today, it's like because of the preconditioning, So now today, I like big butts and I cannot lie. You see what I'm saying? Not even my fault. Not even my fault. But the difference is the big butts are real. Jesus ain't. Okay? That's the difference. One is real, one isn't. And I'm not, and I ain't saying if you don't have a big butt, that don't mean nothing. You ain't gotta have a big butt. It don't matter. That's not the point of the story. That's not the point of the story because women are just beautiful in general. They are just a work of art. And I don't know if anybody else. And I even wonder about I'm going in a whole different direction now. I even wonder about like the young people because now I mean we talking about drinking 40 ounces, you know, smoking blunts. So then they talking about ecstasy and uh, Molly Percocet. All I'm just like, yo, what's up? So it's cool to be a drug addict. It's cool to be a drug addict now. What? Let me get back to what I'm talking about here. So, I want to say y'all just sitting there listening. My battery's dying. I can't even say too much. But and for those of you who are going into 2021, be positive. Those of you that are still scared of hell, and you like, hey, I'm scared of hell, don't be. Hell is not real. If you really want to look into the Bible, well, I can't say that because a lot of people are not going to read it because why do you care? You don't really care anyway, so. But I'm just sitting here rambling. It's the end of the year, and I'll pick up on next year. Oh yeah, you know what? Like I said, let me say this. And Christmas Day, we just had a bombing in Tennessee, right? On Christmas Day, a bombing. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, right? But well, except the person who did the bombing. But the president said nothing about it. What kind of leadership is that? I'm just saying, man, you ain't said nothing about this. This is homegrown terrorism. This is not no Al Qaeda or some ISIS. This is born right here terrorism. And nothing said, oh, what's his religion? Nobody ever throw out in front that somebody's religion, when they're Christian, they never throw out there like, and this bomber who was a Christian, who was a Protestant, they don't throw it. It's only out there when they talk about a Muslim. The Muslim bomber, they never say the Christian shooter. The Christian shooter. So I mean, it's like we're bombarded with the religion. Period. Whether you're in it or not, you're still going to feel some type of effects from it. And like what they say, that politicians, they have to have a religion. You don't have to follow it. Come on, the current president we got, he couldn't just quote me one word out of the Bible. Just say the. Say the. He wouldn't even be able to know that. Let me stop talking about him. The point is that you don't have to follow the religion, but you have to claim one. You don't see atheist politicians. No, open atheist politicians, let me say that. Because you got to claim something. You don't care if you're a Mason. You got to claim, you better claim one of them. Man, Romney is a Mormon, shoot. Who was that? What's his name? Biden's Catholic. Trump is an atheist. He's an atheist, allowing the evangelicals to speak for him. Obama is a Christian that, because of his name, was called a Muslim. But look at this. What is at the forefront? Religion. What about religion and politics? What's the separation here? What does it matter what they are? Or should it matter? Because now if you're allowing your religion to interfere in your politics, that's not right. And that's the whole thing with the Roe versus Wade, the abortion thing, all of that. That's not your business what they doing. I'm not saying whether I totally agree with it or not, depending on the situation, but I just don't think it's right to be like, because of my religious beliefs, because I'm pro-life, that no, that abortion should be illegal. I just don't feel like that's not your place to worry about their body. You don't know what's going on in their life and why they decide to do what they're doing, but it could be for the best. Who knows? I'm just saying leave it alone. Because what if you don't drink alcohol? You want alcohol and cigarettes to be banned and be illegal because you don't like it. And then we'll go back to the prohibition, where the crack, the meth, the crack, the weed, the coke, back in the 20s and 30s was alcohol. Alcohol was the big drug. Ain't that so? It's only become a drug when they make it illegal. So, yet again, I'm just rambling, y'all. I'm just rambling. The next video, I'll go ahead and probably structure something. But right now, I just want to say something because it's the end of the year. I can't make another video in 2020. This is it. This is it. 2020 is over. I don't blame 2020 for what happened. It's just the things happened to happen while it was 2020. Everybody's dog in 2020. 2020 was like, I was just after 2019 and before 2021. I didn't do anything. I was just here. It just happened during my time. So don't hate on 2020. It didn't do it. Man. So I'm not going to hold y'all because my battery died. So I'm going to go ahead and end this. Try to get this video up on the first. Hopefully it'll upload. We'll see. Like I said, YouTube changing rules so much on different things, but we'll see. But like I said, I'm just rambling on this video. I told y'all it was really about nothing. Really about nothing. Because I'm just still riding the wave. I'm just trying to let things settle and get some thoughts together. Right now I'm kind of loosey-goosey. But don't sleep on me. It's coming, all right? It's coming. And I actually had the house to myself right now. Y'all see this? This is a rare occasion. I got the house to myself. So let me end the video for one of them walking the door. You know how they do. But look, y'all. 2020, if you watch this video, you survived 2020. So, to everybody out there, Happy New Year, Happy 2021. And we got more videos coming. Peace. Peace.